Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, you're welcome back, and if you're a new subscriber, you are truly welcome here. Today I'm going to be doing this sultry look on my model. We added a head tie to it and a pop of color. Why not? So if you'd like to see how I did it, stay tuned. So I went ahead and filled in her brows with the Oshewa Beauty brow pencil in the shade dark brown, and I literally followed her brow shape and use the spoolie to blend it out so that we keep it looking all nice and natural. So I'm going in lightly with the pencil just so that we don't get a dark brow. I'm doing light brush strokes, and once you get the desired shape that you like, you go ahead and conceal. So today for concealer I'm using Kevyn Acoin Central Skin Enhancer in the shade SX11, and I'm using small brush strokes and I'm blending that down into the lid area. When I get to the arc, I slow it down and I do it really slowly. And this is just if you want a precise brow. Obviously, if you wanted the fluffy brow, you wouldn't do this process. So then I blend everything down into the eyelid area. And then I go ahead and use the Crown Pro Jumbo Shadow Brush and just blend everything out in swirls. So as you can see, I'm tapping it. When I get to the brow bone, I press the product into the skin, and then other places I swirl it around. And I also go ahead and try and do the start of the brow so that we make sure we keep it all natural. I went ahead and went in again with my brow pencil because I wasn't happy with the shape, and you can go ahead and get the desired shape that you want. After I've done that, I go with my MAC Studio Fix foundation in the shade NC43 to set that, and then I go straight in with my eyeshadow, and I'm starting with this shade called Creation from the Lime Crime Venus 2 palette, and I'm taking that all over the lid, very light. After that, I go ahead and add the next color, which is a darker color from the same palette, and it's the color Muse, and I swirl that with a fluffy brush all over the eyelid. Once I've done that, I use the NYX eyeshadow base in the shade White, and I tell the model to look up just so that I can see how far her crease is, and I go ahead and try to carve out a circle. It's not really a tight cut crease, I'm just trying to cut out where I want my eyeshadow to sit. As you can see, I'm just tapping the product onto the eyelid, and I'm removing any excess because if you do have too much, it is just going to get really messy. So you just need to make sure you have just enough and tap it off if you have too much. This is a very important step, and you have to make sure that you set the foundation right. So after I've done that, I go in with the Revolution London Foil Frenzy palette, and I'm using this pinkish shade all over the lid. I'm using my finger to put that on because I just feel it picks up the product better with Revolution palettes. When I use a brush, I just feel like it just doesn't get the right consistency and texture on the eyelid as I would like. So after that, I go back in with the Lime Crime Venus 2 palette, and I go in with the shade Icon, which is a dark brown, just to darken the tops of the crease. And then I'm going in with the YGlam Pigments in Diva and Tealish. I used 2 pigments here, and I basically mixed it, played around with it until I was happy with the color. And with these pigments, I literally use a glitter glue and tap it onto my finger and tap it onto the eye with my finger. Now I'm going ahead and I'm using the Inglot 77 gel liner, like we all know, to line her eyes. Now I'm going back in to the corners of the eye with the Lime Crime Venus palette in the shade Icon. This is just for the corner of the eyes, just to give it a little bit more depth and contour her eye shape a little bit more. Once I've done that, it's time for foundation, and I'm using the Remsco Beauty Blender to apply her foundation, and the foundation I'm using today is Rodial foundation in the shade 80. It is a diamond foundation and it is amazing. Blends into the skin very, very well, and it's full coverage as well. The Remsco Beauty Blender is also an amazing beauty blender to use in blending out your foundation. So we're really concentrating and pressing in our beauty blender so that we get a smooth finish. So I'll apply the foundation and go back over it to give it that airbrushed look. And now we're going to conceal under the eyes with the same concealer that we use for the brows, which is the Kevyn Acoin Central Skin Enhancer in the shade SX11. I'm tapping that all under her eyes, bringing it into her nose just a little bit. So once I've put my concealer in all the places that I want to put it, I go back with the beauty blender that I use for foundation to blend out the edges so that we don't get any harsh edges, because we do not want any flashback. We want it to look really natural. So we go ahead and blend everything out. And then I'm going to use the Mercier Translucent powder to set all the places that I put concealer. And now I'm lining her eyes with Mabrook Extreme Soft Eyeliner in the shade Black. And I'm also doing her tight line just to make sure that her eyes look smoky. So now I'm going ahead and I'm dusting off the translucent powder, dusting it off and tapping it on my hand, because we don't really want to push it into the skin because we're going to use another product. So once I've dusted that all off, I go in with my MAC Mineralise Skin Finish in the shade Medium Dark. And this I push into all the places that I had concealer under. Lashes. So you can see her eyes are looking really black on the outline because we did the tight line. And now I'm contouring her face with MAC Studio Fix foundation in the shade NW50. I'm going all around the perimeters of her forehead and her contour line. And then I go back in with the brush, just a normal foundation brush, and I am blending out the contour. Because like I said earlier, we always want to keep it natural. And now I'm just contouring her nose area with the same foundation. And to accentuate that contour, I'm going in with MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Medium Dark. And I literally went on it with a pencil brush, blending everything out. So now I still don't have a blush. So I'm using the Lime Crime palette in the shade Muse. Spray in the face. I'm lining her lips with Chestnut, which is a MAC lip liner pencil. And I'm actually not just going to line it, I'm going to fill the whole lip so that we give a little bit of depth, because her lips are voluptuous. And I'm going in with MAC Retro Matte Lip Color in the shade So Me all over her lip. I'm giving her a little bit of highlight on her cheekbones with Gerard Cosmetics in the shade Dorothy. And this kind of just gives a really natural glow to the skin. On a darker shaded person, it would come out more, because she's light, it's just giving that natural glow. So what I decided to do was add a little bit more and use the MAC Mineralise Skin Finish in the shade Soft and Gentle. And that pops more for her skin colour. And as we always do, I'm blending that out to make sure that everything is looking seamless. So I just felt that the lips were not doing anything for me, so I went in with the NYX eyeshadow base in white, and then I went on top of it with, I think it is Melancholy Kat Von D, and I'm blending that all together just to lighten up her lip and give it a little bit of contour. And once I'm happy with the blend, I'm going over with MAC lip gloss, a clear lip gloss. It's an amazing lip gloss. It's really thick and it lasts all over the lip. I actually love lip gloss. My model was feeling herself here. So then I'm going to blend her neck just to make sure that her neck and her face are the same color. So I'm going in with the powder that I used for her all over her face, which is NC50. I'm just taking that down on her neck. I decided to give it a little bit more color, and so I'm going in with the Lime Crime Venus 2 palette, shade Muse, which we used on the eyelid. And I'm just building that up just to give that smoky all-round effect. Definitely feeling herself here. And then we tied the head tie. Just those final touches to make sure everything is together. The before, and then we have the after. If you've liked this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your family and your friends, and stay tuned for more videos. A big shout out to everyone who has shown me so much love over the past couple of weeks. I appreciate every single one of you. And to all my new subscribers, you are welcome to the family. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time, see you later.